It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 101.9, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
We're back here on the Coach's Show, which is brought to you in part by Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. Gosh, this show's been on since '93, all but the first 10 years. It's been the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Show, and we appreciate them and their years and years of support. Family owned and operated since 1977. Get the best with Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, PrenticeAllsup.com online. Well, the best from Stewarts Creek this morning. Ben Caudill joins us. After a win, region win, all those are always big, and beat Laverne last night 35-0. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, appreciate it. Rival school for us. A lot of our kids go to middle school together, and going on the road, only game. This is kind of unique to say, only game on a grass field all season. And so, obviously was a little bit of a wet week, practice-wise too. So, really proud of our guys and how they played last night.
What goes into that? Because there's obviously a difference in turf and grass, and if it's wet and cleats are different. I mean, kind of how do you handle all that? Yeah,
we try to do a little bit more on our practice field during the week, and although it was a little wet, we still committed to that, and I think it affects some things just with kicking too. Sometimes those cleats are seems like now they're kind of geared towards turf in some ways, but regardless of where we played, I thought we had a really good mentality all week. I tell you, Brian, I've been really proud of how we've practiced the last several weeks. And, it hasn't always shown at times, but it showed last night. Really proud of our coaches and our players.
It's one thing, I don't care who the opponent is. Region game, on the road, there are all kinds of things that can happen, all kinds of distractions that can happen. And I've talked to a million coaches over the years. How you practice is how you play, and I'm sure you're a firm believer in that.
Yeah, and it's the unique thing about football is you spend so much more time practicing than playing, and I learned this from my uncle. He coached for years with Ricky Bowers, and he's told me many times, like, Ben, the reason Coach Bowers is such a great coach in basketball and football is his practices were so hard that playing a game was easy. And I think this team is becoming a really good practice team. We were not early in the season, and we've just done a really good job of trying to be better Monday through Thursday, and I thought that was definitely the case last week.
The football season, it's the shortest season of any sport, really, but the time and effort that go into it, I'm not sure that it's fully appreciated, the practice that's put in, and that's where your relationships are made. That's where your trust is made between coach and player, and player to player, and it's practice. I'm really encouraged by how our players have responded to the last few weeks, and various things that have happened and transpired, and at the end of the day, any region win's a big win, especially when it's on the road. I'm really proud of, not just what took place on the field, but just our mentality these last few weeks, being resilient. Those are the things that we're going to need to continue to lean on. Want to kind of highlight some of the players from last night's game and talk about one in particular is our SRM Concrete solid performer, Kingston McQueen. 16 carries, almost 120 yards or so, 3 touchdowns, and had a reception, I think, as well. Played on defense. That's a kid who's out there on just about every snap.
Yeah, Kingston's a coach's dream. He's on kickoff. He's at safety. He's at running back. He can catch the ball. And the biggest thing I can say about him is he has tremendous character. He's in my class. He's engaged in class, asks great questions. His mom's an educator. His youngest brother is actually
one of my oldest son's closest friends, and so Kingston's, one that I'm really proud of. I'm really proud to coach him, and he came to me a few weeks ago and just said, "Coach, what can I improve on? How can I be better?" And I think he took to heart, what was said in that conversation. And I know Kingston is a team first guy. Really proud of, I think he would say, he's really proud of his offensive line. Really proud of those that he's around on defense as well. And I tell you, Brian, our defense posted a shutout last night. Laverne does a lot of, things on offense, a lot of different formations. Spread some linemen out at times, and I thought our defensive coaches, Coach Waite, and our defensive staff did a great job of making sure, our guys were ready. Thought we executed in special teams, put our offense in good situations that, allowed Kingston and some others, the ability to have some success.
Well, Kingston McQueen, our SRM Concrete solid performer, and SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known, SRM Concrete, bringing you the highlight this morning. Stewarts Creek football coach Ben Caudill joins us here today. I want to go back to that shutout thing. I don't care who the opponent is on the other side. Their entire goal is to beat you.
Yep.
And to not allow any points. Like I said, I don't care who it is you're talking about. That's something that you can hang your hat on.
It is, and I'm proud of the defensive side of the ball. I'm really proud of just how some guys like Jonathan Hadley, and Gabriel Gomar, those are two seniors, that did not start until they were seniors, and they've come on and competed their tails off and been team leaders. And I thought Jonathan Hadley had his best game last night. And, that means a lot to me to see a senior have success that's, poured his whole heart into the program, and has that heart of a senior, and has something invested in the community and in the locker room and in the team they're playing for. And so, it's really encouraging to see those things. It's encouraging to see, guys, get after it and execute kind of against a very different offense that we saw last night. And every week's a different challenge schematically, but I'm really proud of the effort that the defense put forth last night.
21-0 after the first quarter, so it was a big start, and boy, that helps a lot of things too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, especially when your special teams is involved as well. I think our biggest thing was, we really had success at times against Riverdale, but I think we had 12 penalties, the most that we've ever been penalized. And so we had a lot to clean up. And this week, although, Laverne posed plenty of challenge, I really felt like we needed to compete more so against ourselves this week and just kind of fix a lot of things that we have control over, if that makes sense. And so I thought we were able to do that, and, going to have to be the case again this week.
When your offense can post over 360 total yards too, but it was fairly equal. You probably are want to run more than pass, but when those things work.
Yeah, I think we got some good looks last night. That we felt good about, and nothing's ever perfect, but we had a snap issue near the goal line that kind of prevented us from putting the game away a little earlier. There were some things I wanted to work on too that probably prevented us from maybe scoring a few other times. But you gotta find times to work things that you need to, and develop your entire attack on offense, so to speak. But R.C. Davis has come in doing a great job at quarterback. Very proud of him. Proud of the look in his eye. Just proud of his mentality and how he's handled moving from receiver to quarterback. Of course, he was working quarterback before, but RC's a guy that our entire team's very proud to kind of rally behind. Jaden McKnight, Cameron Moore, our offensive line. Sam Bello was back in action last night. Did a great job. It helps when you're on the road. I think a run game and a defense travels. And so we were able to get those going last night, and also had some big plays in the passing game as well.
Well, it's always a quick turnaround, but it's going to be an even quicker turnaround.
Yep.
got kids excited about fall break and things like that too. So weeks like this are probably ones that just as a coach and just knowing how coaches are, it's one of those. I guess a little antsy, right? Because you got one less day and all that kind of thing playing on a Thursday too.
Yeah, I remember asking Coach Kreisky if we could play on Thursday. It's something that since I've been at Stewarts Creek we've always done, and it's always generated just better gate money. Yeah. And obviously all the kids are excited to go somewhere over fall break or just do whatever it is they want to do, and so I appreciate him agreeing to that. You're right. It is a short week, and it's a quick turnaround. But this is something that we all have. The last week of the regular season as well, it's something that we have to deal with now, not just from a fall break perspective, but from an officiating perspective as well. And it's wild. I still remember when I got to Stewarts Creek, we weren't playing Blackman, which I couldn't even believe. And this is kind of a backyard game. We kind of grew out of the growth of Blackman High School. Yeah. Back in 2012, 2013, and so, Coach Kreisky's, obviously, man, they're doing an unbelievable job this year. We've caught them on film a few times. Getting ready for Laverne, getting ready for Riverdale, and goodness gracious, just beautiful across the board, in all three phases. Which you always expect when you coach against Coach Kreisky. And so going to be a tremendous challenge for us. Like you said, quick turnaround. And I know our players know that, while Friday night was great, we're going to have to turn the page incredibly quickly.
Well, that will be one of our featured broadcasts this week. We've got two, Thursday, Friday, and always look forward to coming out to the Creek and just the hospitality, and from start to finish, the game day experience. You're not going to find much any better than at Stewarts Creek. So
yeah, I appreciate you saying that. Coach Mitchell, our AD, man, I what an honor it is to work with him. He's in the middle of the golf postseason run as well, and man, he's so helpful and wants to serve our program and our coaches, and obviously we're going to treat y'all like royalty when y'all come in, and make sure that everything's laid out and that you're well fed and taken care of, and all the things, Brian, real quick, like just last night, it just with our support and our band, it felt like a home game, just with it was packed over there, outside the bleachers as well. And man, that's something you can't ever take for granted, is just how much our program rallies behind our school and community rallies behind our program, how it brings so many great aspects of our school together. Dr. Harrell just, he wants everything to be excellent, and I think that Friday night really, shows that in its true form.
Looking forward to our trip on Thursday night. Coach, have a good week, healthy week of practice, and looking forward to the Thursday night lights.
Yes, sir. We'll see y'all Thursday.
Sounds good. Ben Caudill, the head coach of the Stewarts Creek Redhawks, hosting Blackman Thursday night in our Thursday night lights. Hope you'll join us for that as well. The Coach's Show brought to you in part by Sir Pizza. Their 3 Murfreesboro locations offer a huge selection of mouthwatering pizzas, sandwiches, pastas, and wings. Order your favorite at sirpizzatn.com.